Everyone, it's Nicole, and I have another layout using the planetarium kit. And today I'm going to be using a Simple Stories paper, and it is the green paper, and the other paper is Amy Tangerine, Yes Please. And today I am part of a YouTube layout hop, and I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. I think there's an event that's was done on Facebook, so you can check that out. And I think there's, I don't know, 10 or 11 people that are doing it right now, so you can check out everybody's layouts today, and it's all process videos, I believe. So at first I take that vine template, and it is from Crafter's Workshop, and then I just ink it up with it's a mid-tone ink by Hero Arts, and then I take a Mr. Huey's ink and mist it, and I absolutely hate it. Don't like it. I put it down, and I'm gonna mat my photo, and I'm gonna go maybe 2 minutes, and then I'm just like, no, I really don't like this. I gotta fix this before I go any further. I even go as far, because I don't know if you can tell on the video, but even my pictures are crooked on that green piece of paper. So I pull everything off, and then I just flip the paper over because I don't want to waste, the cardstock. So instead I use a doily, and I sprayed in 3 spots, and I'm going to keep that doily and use it on the layout. And then I'm going to use that template, but I'm only going to use it in small. Actually, what I end up doing is I have the smaller version of that template. It's 6 by 6, and I'm going to use that because I don't want it to be, because I only want it in 3 little spots, I don't want it to be huge on my page. And as you can see, the leaves are humongous if you only want to use it in little spots. So I take out my 6 by 6, and then I start going through my inks to find an ink that coordinates with that spray. And the spray is Mr. Hue, and it's called Cash Money. And it was really difficult. I think I go through probably 10, 11 inks before I find something that I like. And I end up taking a Close to My Heart ink, and I'm going to use that. Now these pictures are where we just went on vacation, and this was the view from our cabin. We could see the lake. It was so beautiful. So I want to do some layouts about that, and I have quite a few more that I went closer down by our little by the water and took some more pictures. So I'll be doing layouts of that later. And I'm going to cut up that doily, and I'm going to put it in 2 spots. And I started doing something different, and I think I'm going to go back to the way I used to do stuff. I used to pick out all my papers and then go through my photos and pick my photos to match the papers. Well, since I started doing this kit, and I don't know why, and I think it's because I picked up these photos and I want to scrapbook them, I've been picking out the photos first and then trying to find some pattern papers to go with it. Am I ever having a hard time? I'm going to go back to the way I usually do stuff, and I'm just going to pick my papers and, sort of not my embellishments, but I just pick out everything that's in the kit, and then I'll pick out my photos and go from there. And it's because yesterday I was scrapping these photos, and I had such a hard time. Like, after a while, I'm going to walk away, because I think at one point that I need to scrap this whole thing and just start from scratch. am totally not feeling inspired by this layout whatsoever. So I think I'm just gonna, scrap the whole thing and just start over, like the whole video and everything. And I had put like 50 minutes into it already at this point. But I walk away for 2-3 hours and I come back and I finish the layout. And I think that's why. I think it's because I'm so used to scrapping the other way that it was really hard for me to do it this way. So I went through some of the die cuts from last month's kit and some digital prints and some Amy Tangerine stickers, and I took out a whole bunch of stuff. And at this point I had walked away, and then I came back, and this is like, okay, just get the layout together and get it done. So I pulled out some buttons that were from the Fancy Pants collection that we got this month. And then I didn't know, I thought they were kind of big. And then I went to my own stash and took some October Afternoon buttons, but the green is way off. So I ended up going back to those original buttons that I had chosen. And then at this point, I think I'm thinking, okay, I can start gluing stuff down. I find there's a lot of, like, the orange is really kind of popping out at me. At first I was going to do the journaling right on the orange, but I don't want it on both sides, that, woo, in your face. So I end up cutting a piece. The reverse side of that polka dot is a grid paper. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use that for my journaling. And now I'm thinking, okay, now I want to start gluing everything down. And what I'm gluing right now is actually the Amy Tangerine paper, the brand paper. The reverse side was this flower border, and I really like it, so I wanted to use it. So I just cut it in 4, and I end up using the entire strip, and basically it's a nice little border on the whole layout. And where I have such a big mat behind my photo, it's tucking right in behind. And I'm sorry if I'm hesitating this morning, but I had some technical difficulties with my computer, and I ended up staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning to finish making sure that it was uploading to my computer. And then I had to get up at 5:30 so I could do the voiceover, because then it still has to process, because it has to be up first thing this morning. And when I make a commitment, I don't like to back out. So I think I'm going to be sleeping all day today. So if you don't see me on Facebook, it's because I'm sleeping, because I have to work tonight. But I'm going to get it done. So again, there was still something that kind of bugged me with that whole spraying and the inking with the template. So I had just got this stamp set, and it's from Kaiser Craft, and it's called Flutter, and it's gorgeous. It's a butterfly or butterflies, and really distressed. So I just use my VersaFine ink, and that too is a new thing that I got, and it stamps so crisp and clear. I love it. And I stamped it in 3 spots, and it kind of toned down those greens, and it just made it more like mixed media looking. So I really like that. So this is the 100th scrapbooking process video, and I thought it was fitting that I was doing a YouTube layout hop. And it is the 7th layout using the planetarium kit. And it took me 1 hour and 38 minutes to complete. And I'm going to keep gluing down those stickers and tabs and all those things that I had pulled out from this kit and the previous kit. And then I punched out some butterflies from the doily. And I punched out some orange butterflies from the Amy Tangerine papers. And then I took out the epoxy bubbles, I believe they're called, from Close to My Heart, and I put in their green. And I'm going to put 3 around each cluster. And then I'm going to sew down those buttons using my crochet thread. And then I had taken out some orange twine, and I'm going to put it as the flutter of the butterflies. And another reason why I wanted to do that stamp set in black is because I want to do my title in black, and I wanted to bring in some black. So the title is just going to be breathtaking, and I'm going to put it at the top of the layout. And then I found that the title was just going to sit there and not have anything to anchor it. So I went through my washi tape and I took out this greenish and clear washi tape, and it coordinates with that pattern paper really well. And I'm going to put my title to the top of the page. And I knew when I did that, my scrapbook process video starting a new kit, and I match up all my papers, I said that green paper was going to give me trouble, and it did. It just didn't match the rest of the papers in the collection whatsoever, but I got it on a layout. So here are some close-ups. So check out everybody on the YouTube layout hop. And I also started a Facebook group, and I'm going to have the link in the description for that also. And you can check out still pictures at 2Ps and Studio Calico, and just in the members gallery look for Nicole Jones 911. And thanks for watching. Bye.